I heard what you said about your child coming home and already being upset from anything, just being irritable about something, saying something, already screaming or talking loud, or just seemingly upset about something already, and they just got there. I'll give you some suggestions, not knowing exactly what's going on over there yet, but I had this on my mind. I'd like to share it with you. So the first thing is, let's set up something where it's okay to rest when they come home. And not because you said it, but because you created it. Meaning, when they come home for the next half hour or 40 minutes, however long you and your, the grown-ups choose, that will be the time where we don't ask questions. We don't have to do anything. You don't need to do anything except if maybe there's like a hygiene thing of like washing your hands possibly, and you could just leave a sign up, remember to wash your hands. But there's no verbal interaction, because sometimes verbal interaction, just like touching sometimes, can be overstimulating for a kid who's been at school all day, for a kid who's already overstimulated, for all those rules that were already happening, all those structures that they just need to kind of decompress. It's like the adult version of sitting in your car for like 30 minutes on your phone, right? And so that they don't get to have that. They don't have a car, they don't have a space to do that. So providing them that when they get home, to an extent of maybe leaving them out something to eat, a snack maybe, and not telling them, hey, there's a snack, because even that seems like something else I need to do, right? And so no, just leaving it as it is, and then maybe leaving a note at 4 o'clock. We'll get started with the afternoon, at 4 o'clock or whatever time. This is the time we're gonna get started. Just letting them time, like, again, and maybe another note, another visual, or texting them earlier, telling them the day before, hey, tomorrow it's gonna be a little different. Like, just would like you to just take it easy when you get home, relax, and then we'll start at 4. You could say that, or you can text it and just leave it the way that it is. So no questions. Okay. Secondly, when there is questions like that, you want to know, like, how was your day? Start with how your day was. Share your stuff. Oh, I had a good day today. I had a nice day at work today. This happened. A person asked me to help them with this assignment, and I helped them. There was a new person at work, and I helped them. I helped train them. That was interesting for me. Today was so boring at work, actually. Just sharing your day, maybe for the next week, without asking them what it was. Because again, like, yes, for you, us as parents, like, we can't wait to know how our kids, we want to know. About them. We weren't there. We want to know, like, what'd you learn, who'd you experience, and we want to know that we want to them to know that we care, right? But in doing that, sometimes they need to find the words of how to say it. They might even be thinking, if I say this and this or this, like, are they going to be upset about it? So there may be some pressure in, I need to answer this now. I have to answer. Like, what if I answer wrong? Or what if I don't want to talk about this right now? What if they have other things on their mind right now? And so show them what it looks like to talk about your day, with ease, and with not needing it to be judged, just, so you sharing, number 2. So number 3, when they are upset or they say something out of, you could say to them, when you talk like that, I can't hear you. When you talk like that, I can't communicate with you. When you talk like that, it's hard for me to understand what you're saying. So I'm going to walk away for a second. You could wait. You could say, can you say that differently? I want to hear you. Can you bring your tone out? You see how you're talking like louder? And can you just talk like this with me? Because this is where I can hear you. No, I can't. Okay, so I'm going to walk away until you could, because I can't understand you and I really want to understand you. And you walk away. You sometimes they're so used to, maybe you guys have gotten into a cycle of the scream and then telling them to stop, or maybe there just could be so many things going on. What we want to do, the main thing we want to do, is stop the cycle, finish it in a different way this time. So they say everything, okay, one more, everything is wrong, like, oh, this is the worst day ever. Yeah, maybe it is the worst day ever. Ugh, worst day ever. Yeah, worst day ever. Like, maybe it is the worst day ever. Like, I don't know what the worst day ever is for you. Maybe to me it's not the worst day ever, because to me there's so many good days. I'm like, I got 20 years on you, so I know that there's going to be a lot better days. It's not the worst day. This could be so much worse than this. But in their reality, this is the worst day. It's like telling someone that is anxious to just calm down. that's not going to work for an adult either. So it's not going to work for a kid that is thinking that, so when they're doing that, be with them in it, be with them in the reality of it. Like, okay, yeah, that is the worst day. Do you want to talk about it? No, it's the worst day. Okay, well, I'm here. You want to talk about the worst day? I would love to hear you about your worst day. It sounds awful. So not fighting them in the reality of things will hopefully be helpful. So try any of these, try all of these. Tell me if you already tried some of these. Then try them for a week. Like, pick one, allow other grown-ups in the house to pick one too, and do that. Remember that our kids are learning the emotional regulation from us. So the more that you practice the consistency of it, and don't reinforce the negative loop, it'll help. And all our kids are different, right? Like, there's some similarities, like there's rules, right? Like I guess rules in the sense of, like, there's some things that work and some things that possibly we know aren't going to work, but all our kids are different. So part of loving our kid and part of growing this relationship with each other is learning what that looks like. They're learning you as much as you're learning them. And sometimes that could feel very frustrating when you don't get enough of the puzzle pieces that feel good, like we're doing a good job here, like we're connecting here. So don't give up. Like, I know you have it. I'm not saying that you have, but know that that can come. And sometimes it comes when you least expect it. It comes when you do something sometimes out of the ordinary. When they do things that you like they're funny, or they're kind, or they say things, remember to let them know, hey, I love when you're kind like that. That I think that comes from your grandpa sometimes. Or, like, you could say, like, that's the kindest thing someone has said to me. Or when you say that, I could see why, that kindness comes just out of you easily. And not following it up with, I wish you were like this all the time. What happened to you earlier? Or I wish that, you would do that more often. Just that you like it. You like that about them. You like the way they wake up. You like the way they go to sleep. You like the way they eat sometimes. You like the way they look. You like the way they smile. You like the way they walk to class. Like, I like the way you put that green on that coloring paper. Just what, like, those things, like reminding them that they're worthy, and reminding them that they're good, because maybe a lot of their behavior is not a good choice, but who they are, like inside, who they are just as a human being, they're so good, right? But it's just these behaviors that are happening that aren't the best choices, and aren't the best to keep that communication going, to keep that understanding between each other. That's all it is. Hope this is helpful. Let me know. I know this was a lot, but or maybe it wasn't. Let me know how it goes. Okay, bye.